It's the moment you've all been waiting for. My response to Kanye West's Drink Champs interview. I had to watch it in its entirety so that we could arrive to this point. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door. My name is Carcino. In case you did not know. And we're going to get into this because there's been a lot of developments and made me very happy. I did not, I repeat, did not put out any information because I'm not a prisoner of the moment guy. I want to see everything that and hear every word that was spoken before I jump out and make a statement or a comment, etc. So for me, this was a lot deeper than what people realized. And I want to say this. I was very proud at some of the things that were said. But a lot of things I'm finna talk about, oh, buddy. So a lot of things that were said you don't understand. The many of you don't. And some of the people that was connected to the situation. But we're going to get to that. Listen. He started right off giving his sentiments to explain why people like LeBron James in his show The Shop didn't air the episode with Kanye West. Then he went on to explain his very opening statement is that he cannot be anti-Semitic if he himself is a Jew. Let me repeat that. He himself can't be anti-Semitic if he is a Jew himself. Which is a factual statement. Now, that's what he said. Kanye went on to express Oh, Prison Planet Earth. The Patreon version is going to burn down the internet. When I do the Patreon version to this video, it's going to burn everything down. Trust me on that. He told you certain things that were done that's been happening behind the scenes and telling you about the umbrella, and it's pointing to the things that I've already told you about months ago on Patreon. What did I tell y'all on Patreon about a month ago? Matter of fact, you ain't even got to guess. Because all VIP Patreon members, y'all already know what time it is. But let's let the whole world know right now what we're talking about. I don't know why my Patreon isn't up. Should be up. Don't forget to hit the like button too while we're in it, because it's gonna get real interesting. I love how people want to make up my decisions for me and tell me what I'm doing. No. I didn't say I agree with everything Kanye West does. I don't know where you heard that, but that is not what I said. Now, right here, what does it say? It says what? On Patreon, Kanye West, this was September the 3rd. So this is over a month ago. September the 3rd, Kanye West will lose somebody close to him. That was September the 3rd. And they blacked it out on Patreon to make you think the video didn't exist. But all you got to do is click on it and bang. It's right there. The video's there. They tried to make it look like it wasn't there. Kanye West will lose somebody close to him. That's what's on there. And we talked about that on September the 3rd. Now, you still think I don't know the future? You still don't think I know where this is going? They're not going to take Kanye West out because they can still make money with Kanye West. But there's people Kanye care about. So to get him in line, to make them more money, this is when he said in the interview about the brightest. Remember where he said they wanted to take our brightest. Now, for everyone who was upset at Kanye's interview that happens to be Jewish and felt insulted by what Kanye West said, here's my request or my way of bringing the conversation full circle. My Jewish friends, brothers and sisters of the Jewish nation and the Jewish community, if you have a problem with what Kanye West has stated, here's a suggestion. You address the comments in which he stated, and then prove that what Kanye West is saying is very incorrect. Have that discussion, or if you don't want to have the discussion, please come forward, show your face, and state where was the incorrect statement that was made about you, that you don't feel was accurate. Don't come out and say, he's being anti-Semitic. You're being anti-Semitic and cruel, Kanye. Don't shut him up. Don't silence him. What is he saying is incorrect? The public would like to know. So please tell us what has gotten you so upset? Can you please explain to us? Why are you upset? We would love to know. Did this man say something defaming, incorrect, or all of the above? The general public would love to know. Now, I am an Israelite, what they would call a Hebrew Israelite. He spoke on the 12 tribes of Judah. Well, no, 12 tribes of Israel, rather. And true, everybody believes they are all from the tribe of Judah. That is not true. There's different tribes that you belong to. And it's clear he's been doing some studying. Now, let's get into a lot of this interview and what it centers around. You hear a Kanye West who speaks on all of these things. But as I said to Kanye West, yes, this is true. There are many artists in the industry that are owned by Jewish owners. When I spoke about Ezra Miller and Issa Rae, they did not promote that video. That video was not pushed. Do you know why that video wasn't pushed and promoted? You guess. Because she brought out the treatment Ezra Miller was getting, and I said, well, he's in charge of $1 billion production that is ran by Jewish people. He happens to be Jewish. He's the lead actor in the movie. Some people try to say I was being anti-Semitic by stating a fact. Now, Issa Rae was bringing up that issue, and I was explaining to the general public this is why she was bringing it up. Now, that highlights this. That's in film, that's in music, that's in all the things that seem to be connected to us as a people of color, right? You see, this is what we're talking about. If it's a whole bunch of Jewish artists being owned by other Jewish people, it's no real complaint. But when you have an industry that is probably 90% African American, and the majority of those 90% is owned, or not owned, but are signed to Jewish-owned companies. How many African Americans actually are the heads of the corporation and they're signed to? It's very rare. How many Jewish artists are signed to African Americans that own their own in this business? In music, period. So when he's bringing up statements of facts, instead of saying to my Jewish counterparts that are listening, instead of being dismissive and saying it's anti-Semitic, actually address these actual statements that were made. What is not factual about what he was saying, and why isn't it true? Or you're just embarrassed that he brought it out on a world stage. Now, my thing is this. Where was he wrong? Normally, your lawyer in this situation is normally a Jewish lawyer that works for the Jewish film company, Jewish record company ownership. The Jewish people like to keep it in the family. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's normally the trait. You don't normally see a Jewish company go and hire a black law firm and agency to work with them because of their good or their talents. No, they go and hire Jewish people because they know Jewish people. They keep it all in the family. You see Italians working with other Italians and they work in that faction and that's championed and that's okay. But when black people talk about working with other black people, why we gotta be segregated? Why can't it just be the best person for the job? Why does anyone have questions about that? Oh, Kanye West won't be on Drink Champs no more. Because of the interview, and they only spoke on it for 10 minutes, he also brought up a very other interesting point. When he went out for that segment, he went to the next level. And what was the next level after that, ladies and gentlemen? He brought up these issues about his family and what he was going through over there with his family and how he's trying to align his family to do certain things, but he realizes that his family has their own goals. And he's been at war with the mother, who's the manager of them. So Kim is the head of the foundation of the money. See, when the Kardashians first came out, Kanye wasn't with them at the time. So when they had their deal and got their kicking, keeping up with the Kardashians, they just wanted Kim Kardashian. They didn't want the rest of the family. They didn't want Bruce. They didn't want the mother. They didn't want any of them. She made Kim go in there. She didn't feel comfortable without doing it with the family. But they wanted it to be called Kim Kardashian and her family and the family. They wanted to name it that. She was like, no, it's got to be called the Kardashians. So when Kanye came into this system, or came over there, as I like to say, he spoke on some very key things. Now, we will have a Patreon version, and I swear, the Patreon version, this kid gloves compared to what's going to happen on the Patreon version. Oh, VIP Patreon members, you're going to be in for a treat. Because I'm going to unleash. I'm not holding back. Oh no, I am not holding back because I'm a little upset about some things that portrays to the interview. And we will be getting into that. But let's finish the first part of it before we go down the road with the family. Let me address that. So the first part about the anti-Semites and the way he was talking about the Jewish people running the industry, blah, 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 right? Let's talk about that. And here's my thoughts on it. My thoughts are this to Kanye West. Kanye West, when you came into this industry, did you mind, did you care that the Jewish people were owning that company? That the Jewish people were running everything? You didn't seem to care. You wanted a record deal. You signed with these Jewish people. You signed with the record company, knowing it was ran by Jewish people. You didn't care. You got your money. When you had your fashion deal which you had all your contracts, you did all these business deals with people, you had more Jewish people around you than black people at times. And guess what? You didn't care. You didn't care. When you were going to these fashion galas overseas to Paris and all that, you didn't care. Hell, you were screwing all these Jewish women and taking them to bed. You didn't care. This just didn't happen in 2022, Kanye. Just because you mad at Gap and Adidas, now all of a sudden the whole world is being exposed. You're exposing the industry to tell us what we already know. We will get back to this. Now, we will get back to this. I mean, Kanye knows what he's doing. Hit the like button, good people, because this is finna get really interesting. Because now he starts going into the family details. First off, you were cheating with a married woman. She was engaged to be married to a whole other man, and you were sneaking off doing rendezvous, sleeping with this married woman who was Kim Kardashian when she just got married and engaged to an NBA basketball player named Chris Humphries. Messing with married women is bad karma. But you was going behind her back, having secret rendezvous with this woman. Right? So you're having secret rendezvous with this woman who has slept with many people in the industry already. Got videotapes in 1080p. Which was the highlight to her fame. Ray J explained that they purposely filmed these tapes for revenue. And while his career spiraled to the ground, hers shot up to the roof. Sponsorships, everything. You exploited your wife's nudeness for a magazine, Kanye. And you want to talk family? You put your wife naked behind on a record album cover. You have put her in a champagne glass, butt naked, to sell and advertise for you. You put your wife out there on display for the world. You're just as guilty as Chris. You did the same thing. And now she's not listening to you anymore. And she's listening to her manager and her mom and not letting you control her life anymore because you wanted her to go to Wyoming and live and be out of the California limelight, which she wanted her whole life. You want her to live your way to get her away from her mom and you can get back control over your wife, and it ain't working. Now, you want help from everybody else. They after my kids. They kidnapped my kids. Why is no one listening to me? They're not listening to you because your problems You trying to make that. They always try to take the black kids away from the black father. You playing off our pain that black people got to go through every day. So, of course, the brothers who feel sorry for you because they know about those situations because they have to fight real situations with their parent, with their baby mamas trying to restrict them from seeing their kids. So, of course, they envy you, and you use that and weaponize that to turn that against them as your power, to get her to conform to your ways. See, that's part of your manipulation. It's using the public and making her feel insecure about herself to go back to trusting you. Pete Davidson, your stupidity and the way you were acting like a child was driving her closer and closer to staying with Pete Davidson. The more you didn't pay attention to that, the quicker it would have ended. All you got to do is look at Pete Davidson's career of dating. They don't last very long. But she was staying with him out of spite with you. But he did bring up Charlemagne and how Charlemagne said, oh, she's with Pete because he got a bigger you-know-what, and how stupid that was to be said on the air. You're right, it is stupid. But he's always said this stupid stuff, and you did an interview with him. See, but now he knows you're not part of what he's a part of now, because he's so far left. Nobody cares about all that. He's got a television deal. And everybody didn't do an interview with him. And today, Charlemagne goes off on Nori and have Nori on the Drink Champs. Why did you do the interview with him? You see everybody else didn't do it. They all pulled it down. Why you do the interview? So now they're trying to punish Nori by threatening his show. Remember, we're champs. I mean, he said it in such a derogatory way. He said it in such a derogatory tone that when you listen to it, you see. Exactly. Because, see, here's the thing. Charlemagne is a puppet. They're all puppets. We've exposed this to you. Hit the like button. Of course they made the call, because that's who they signed to. So Revolt, they did a deal with Revolt. Who is Revolt? You think Revolt is owned by Diddy? That thing is owned by Diddy and some people you don't know. And Revolt has Drink Champs. And you on Drink Champs saying F you to Diddy, F you to everybody else. You know they had Nori on there, and you know what they made Nori do? Kiss the ring. And say, I regret having Kanye West on the show. I regret it now. They made this boy kiss the ring and apologize. Wait till you hear the Patreon version today, because y'all gonna really understand what really happened in those conversations behind closed doors, who called who, and why it really went down that way. And what Charlemagne really was doing with Nori on the radio show today. Because if they were so outraged, why is, and he's regretted so much, why is it still on YouTube? He could have took it down. And it's still up there. The interview's still up there, ain't it? It don't take long to take it down. But it's still there though, ain't it? But he regretted though. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole deeper game than what you know, bro. It's a whole deeper game. They exposing all the business, and people just don't realize it. They're exposing everything. That thing is over. No, you're just seeing 1.7. That thing is at 3 million already. It's over 3 million. You're just seeing 1.7. It's not even through calculating. Believe me, that's not through calculating. It's way over 3 million. I can't hear it right now. It's over 3 million. I get to see the real numbers. It's over 3 million. You're just seeing 1.8 now. By tomorrow, you'll see the 3 million and everybody else. It's saying 1.9 right. It's saying 1.9. It's way over 3 million. Into this for y'all. Listen. Kanye West spoke on another fact. He said Corey, who happens to be the fiance, I don't know if they got married yet or not, to Chris, is an industry plant. He was the actual house sitter and babysitter for Diddy. He was a babysitter for Diddy. Hit the like button, good people. Corey Gamble was Diddy's babysitter. What they call the Manny. And he also did this work for other people. On the Patreon, you're going to find out who these people are. Julie Graham, you in for a treat. Because on the Patreon, you're going to find out the real connection in it is. People don't really understand what he was saying with Corey and Corey's involvement. What's up, Uncle Frank? Yeah. So before this, once Bruce made his transition and decided he wanted to go over to be Caitlyn, here comes Corey. Corey was dropped into the relationship. And now the daughter is calling Corey daddy. And Caitlyn's okay with that. But nobody had a problem about that. Y'all didn't have a problem with that. That was okay. According to the rest of the world and everything that went down in Hollyweirdness, everything that Kanye West said there, that was that. Corey has always been a handler. Uh-oh, here they come. You see what they trying to do? Yeah, hit the Cash App up. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, good people. You see what they trying to do? You see what it is? Yeah, they try and they move. Hit the like button up. Hit that like button up so they know what time it is. You see, that's what they want to do. Your voice. My thing is, if Kanye West says damning that Jennifer Aniston, Jay Curtis, and all these people want to come out and speak about, where's Jamie Lee Curtis when all of these conditions are happening that is non-Jewish related? How about we talk about you, Jamie Lee Curtis? You just got paid for another BS movie that you did. But let's talk about how you became an actress. Is it because your parents? You're related to Tony Curtis? Huh? Jewish nepotism? Huh? Ain't that how you got it? You didn't get it on the strength of I was a good actress. I had to audition and I had to work really hard to get the role. So you is going to have the gall to say that they should take another black man's children away from them when he's proven to be no threat to his children? Who are you to make that claim? Protect Ye. It's not to protect Ye. Ye is an idiot too. He's the biggest idiot because he's the same person that all of these things was happening to. You got in the industry, you knew the industry and what the industry was, you signed up for it, didn't care. It ain't like you learned all this stuff like it was brand new news. You knew this news when you came through the door. If you go to Jeffrey Dahmer's house knowing that Jeffrey Dahmer's eating people, and you're going to be like, hey, man, I'm just kicking it. I ain't going to eat nobody. I'm just here to drink. I just drunk milk when I was at his house. I got milk and a soda. I ain't eating none of this food. It do sting in here. But you keep going to Jeffrey Dahmer's house. So, what you doing? You guys think Kanye's doing this because he's not afraid. Kanye's doing this because he's mad. He throws tantrums because he's mad. They're blocking things that he want to do. So he gets mad and then he starts yelling stuff out and he's like, I'm taking a stand. I'm putting my life on the line because he knows nobody's going to come after him when he does this publicly and live. No one's going to do that when you start ranting and raving. Come do it. Come take me out now. They're like, no. They won't do it that way. And he knows that. But if they gave him X, Y, and Z, he wouldn't have said a word. If Gap and Adidas wasn't having issues with him and did what he wanted to do, you think he'd be sitting on Drink Champ saying and stuff? No. So everybody who backing Kanye like he's like the new voice of the people, he's not. It's not the voice of the people. He's fooling you. He's using you as the gas. He's using the pain that's the true realities that we know, and he's using it as the gas to once again try what he wants. That's no, I just try to keep people grounded in reality. People believe that somebody say something on a platform or a show. You get these celebrities, they do a couple of movies and they think their voice means something. So they go out and they go, I'm going to say we're going to save the alligators, and they just want to be heard and thinking they're important. And it's like they find out that they really are not that important in the real world. It's like, okay, you made some movies that we liked, but we ain't finna do everything you do just because you say it. Kanye West actually has influence, and he knows how to manipulate people to get what he wants. They made him apologize for the Bush statement. They made him do all of these things. He didn't have any backbone then. When it was time to stand down on what he said and said, no, I'm not finna come on TV and apologize, when they tried to take his whole career away from him. The same people whose side he's on now wanted to end his career for what he said about Bush. And he came and apologized on national TV. They made him go on national TV and apologize. And he felt like such a fool doing it. It took him so long to do it. Oh, you didn't know what happened? You see, that segment, they brought Kanye West on there because he was considered to be the safe black guy at that time. When the Hurricane Katrina was going on, and he said the statement about black people, about George Bush, Kanye West did, with Mike Myers is up there. The person who got in trouble for that was Matt Lawyer. That Matt Lawyer guy or whatever. Because Matt Lawyer or whatever that used to be on NBC, he produced that segment. So he was really mad because now you've embarrassed him, and this is his production. So Kanye West came on the Today Show on NBC. Matt Lawyer put him on the show so he can apologize to George Bush Jr. live. Then he played it for George Bush Jr. on the show, where Bush and deliberately mispronounces his name. Kanye West, that was one of the lowest points of my life when he said that. One of the lowest points of his life is when Kanye West said that. He calls him Conway West. Continuously murdering the man's name, everything. They didn't even correct him. Well, when Conway West said that, that was one of the lowest points of my life. Where's the footage at on Casino for Life? You know we got it. We got it, the whole thing. And he apologized. I'm not saying Ye is Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm just saying Kanye West would have went to Jeffrey Dahmer's house and chilled out even though he was eating people. He wouldn't have, if he knew about it, he still wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't. Then only if Jeffrey Dahmer made him mad, then he gonna start outing it. He eating people, y'all. All these years he was eating people, but it was like, dog, you was at his house knowing he was eating people the whole time. But now, since you mad at him or he ain't doing something you want him to do, now you want to bring up all the fact that he eating people. We all know he eating people. But you was going over to his house. That's what I'm saying. How many of these people that Kanye West is talking about, he keeps talking about this Afrocentric and all this. How many, and the Jewish people was doing this and that. How many Jewish people do you employ, Kanye West? That was employed to you. Weren't you signed to Jewish people? Record labels? Leor Cohen, all this stuff. So that's what I'm saying. The hypocrisy is enormous, because in the same interview, this man keep talking about he want his family back and all this stuff, and then in the same interview he talking about hoes. Yeah, man, I was with Jazz Prince, man, his wife looked better than my hoe. I'm like, one minute, it's like every segment you got a different Kanye. Every segment you got a different Kanye. And people miss this. You see what I'm saying? people miss it. And you know why they miss it? Because they don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. So they miss all of it. Just like they said, well, he's a Gemini. He got 2 sides. He got 25 sides. What you call that? Because this man he switched from, he's 1 minute now this new open-minded, I'm open, about black, pro-black. Then the next moment, I'm a father. I care about the education and the love of my children. I want my wife back. And the next one, he's the porn-loving, stripper-loving, hoe-banging Kanye West. Which one is he going to be? Then wants to be known as a billionaire. They don't talk about it. I got too much money. I fly them all around the world. Now it's about money again. Where is the direction? Ye don't leave Ye alone. We're not bothering Ye. Ye need to stop bothering us. It's like, look, Ye, don't bother us. We know what the industry is. We know that 90% of it is ran by Jewish people. We know this. Now, what is your plan? What is your solutions to the problem? That's what we want to know. Give us solutions. Wait till we get to the Patreon version of this, buddy boy. You are going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. Oh yeah. We just scratching the surface. Oh, you're going to see the Patreon version and you're going to say, oh my God, this is the mild version. Y'all thought I went hard now. Just wait. Just wait. Because you're going to learn a lot more about Corey. You're going to learn a lot more about what's actually going on over there. Then you're going to learn more about what Zionists are. That went past a lot of people's heads. Like, a lot of people are going to be like, what is a Zionist? What is that? I don't understand what that is. Don't worry. On the Patreon, we're going to go through all of it. And what he was talking about, making love by the fire and all that stuff. We're going to go into that. Oh no, he brought that up for a reason. And it was a very good reason. And believe me, it touched the people it was supposed to touch. See, y'all, it went past that drunk Nori. Nori don't know what the hell he talking about. But that it got the attention of the people he needed. Now, we're going to let you know what that means. Don't worry, Freedom Fighter 1923, that's why this live stream's for you. So you don't have to be there. But everybody who's already on there, y'all know what time it is. So get ready, because we gonna get set. As soon as I do all this, and you see that, y'all gonna know what time it is. We finna get into it. So I'm out.